Welcome to the channel. My name is Justin from Rogel Tactical. I'm here with James, also from Rogel Tactical, and Lauren from Reagan Ranch. And we're doing something a little bit different. We're doing a podcast style after action report for the Proving Grounds National Championship that we just did in December of 2025. So we'll start with introductions. Like I said, I'm Justin. I shoot a lot of IDPA matches, majors, some club level USPSA matches, a little bit of two-gun, just local matches there. But I've got interest in doing some big matches, both two-gun and long-range rifle type stuff. And now I'll pass this over to Lauren to talk about what his types of matches are.
My name is Lauren. I do primarily, I started with Tactical Games. Actually, the first shooting match I did was at Tactical Games. I was with them for 3 or 4 years, but it was a little physically demanding, especially with time constraints. So I moved to something called the Proving Grounds, which is what we're talking about today, which is essentially it's two-gun, but with tactical essence to it and some lifting, some work, and like difficult shooting. I do very little pistol shooting. I do basically every other Thursday night, I do a pistol league, local pistol league, but that's about it. Also do a little bit of a sniper challenge. I'm not really sure. Everyone's got a different name for it. I just call it sniper challenge. I've only done 2 of them, but it's long distance shooting. Other than that, that's what I do.
I'm James, another member of the Rogel Tactical channel. I do a lot of IDPA alongside with Justin there. A lot of USPSA local matches, a lot of two-gun local matches. Say a lot, probably a little. Really got interested in the two-gun scene when we went down to Kentucky to shoot a two-gun match this year, and looking forward to doing a lot more of that as we move forward.
Yeah, and Lauren's kind of the reason we started doing the Proving Grounds and like moved into this style of shooting. Right?
Peer pressure works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he gave us like a really hard time. He shoots on Thursdays with us at TSA, and you see, you might see him in videos as well there, but yeah, he started talking about the two-gun stuff and was like, really pressuring us. And if you know Lauren, it's like, he won't let up on you until you do it. And he'll kind of feed you some bullshit as well to get you to do it. He told James there'd be no rope climbs.
Yeah, 2 rope climbs.
Yeah, we had 2 rope climbs we had to do that you'll see in the video.
In all fairness, sometimes they don't have them.
Yeah, so he kind of gave us, I don't want to say a false idea what this
He gave
match,
us a line of crap.
but yeah, he kind of pushed us into this and we weren't really ready. So, but yeah, so that's kind of what, what got us into starting this, Lauren from the Tactical Games, and then he kind of got us.
Yeah, he really got Justin convinced to do it, and then Justin needed somebody to bring his suppressor back because he had a work trip right after as well, and I'm the only one that could legally bring that back because I'm on the trust with him. So
yeah, and then I didn't even run it.
So
you got roped into shooting.
Roped in for nothing, but it turned out to be a blast. It was a lot of fun, and really showed what I could do at 300 plus pounds still.
Yeah, didn't time out on any stages.
Nope.
So
No, only you did, yeah.
none of us did.
None of us did.
Okay, yeah, let's talk about like what Proving Grounds is, right? So it's like Lauren mentioned, it's kind of like tactical two-gun. You require some sort of physical effort during shooting, right? So we had to carry stuff, you have to lift stuff, you have to climb stuff. That, whatever it is to get your heart rate up.
I'll give a quick. The closest thing to it is Tactical Games, and I'll give a quick. I just kind of differentiate the two. Tactical Games is CrossFit with guns, although I think they all hate saying that, but it's a lot of CrossFit movements. It's a lot of very difficult movements, heavy bags, heavy carries, which is great. Some people loved it. I started to like it a little bit less because at 40 plus, the 200-pound sandbag was actually the one thing that started killing me. So I tried the Proving Grounds out. The lady who now owns it was with Tactical Games for a long time, so I reached out to her, and she kind of told me this is more where Tactical Games is more 70% fitness, 30% shooting. This is kind of the opposite. It's more like 30% fitness, 70% shooting. And the fitness is a lot more manageable. It's not as difficult, not as heavy. Still challenging in a lot of ways, but it's not as heavyweight. And that's one reason I made that switch to the Proving Grounds, and I haven't looked back.
Yeah, and I would say outside of something that I've noticed in watching various videos of both is the fitness that's in the Proving Grounds is more so like what you would have to encounter in real life.
More real life.
Yeah.
It's not, other than climbing a
exercise.
rope, right? It's work. It's pushing a cart because you need to push it for cover. It's
Yep.
It's getting over a wall. It's flipping a tire or dragging a body behind you.
Yeah, they don't have any like exercise equipment set out like tactical games.
Right, yeah.
You don't have to do rowing
You're not using the
machines.
ski erg or the
And
row.
I don't personally have a problem with doing some work during shooting, like carrying stuff or climbing stuff or any of that. I do have an issue with like doing a rowing machine or a bicycle, a stationary bike to get your heart rate up. I think that's silly.
Yeah.
And I understand it serves a purpose for the tactical games, but that's what kind of allowed you to talk me into this, is because it's not CrossFit. Like,
Right.
I'm not a CrossFitter. I do jiu-jitsu. I don't exercise outside of that, right? Like, I don't run. I have been doing a little bit since all of this, right? Because I kind of have the hots for doing the two gun stuff now, and I need to be in better shape to compete.
And Sydney Sweeney.
Don't we all? We all.
But yeah, I think for the most part, if it requires a little bit of work, that's fine. If it requires some bullshit fitness exercise to do it, then I'm less interested.
Yep.
So
Same.
So that's kind of what the proving grounds is like. And you said I know tactical games is like 70% CrossFit, 30% shooting. This is supposed to be 30% exercise, 70% shooting. I would say that this match was closer to 50-50.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's how you feel. I felt like
I'd say no, but coming from the background I came from, it was a lot. Like, that was physically, that was an easy weekend for
proving grounds or
someone
overall?
that's in shape and skinny.
for a
proving grounds. I've had harder. Let's put it that way. I've had maybe not. I mean, I've had some tough stages. They had in there because we had the farmer carry. I mean, I could see how the proving grounds. This one was tough physically. I don't think 50-50, but again, I'm coming from a different background.
Yeah.
And it may be also like I didn't expect to have to carry as much. Like in my head, right, the gamer in me for shooting competitions was like, I see a lot of people that don't come up to a stage with a full mag, or like, and we didn't run hot in any of these stages. Like a little bit on stage 6, you had like 15 yards of movement with a rifle on safe, but you didn't holster a safe or a loaded pistol or anything. But I see a lot of that in running guns where they holster a pistol that has like 2 rounds in the mag, right? And then they run 100 yards and they don't do anything to top it off or any of that. So they they run 100 yards, they shoot 2-3 shots, and then they're at slide lock. And in my head, I'm like, that's never going to happen to me, which it could, right? You get brain fog during these. But,
worried about something. I mean, these are all, like I said, the physical part of this, and I was thinking about the physical part. It definitely wasn't as heavy.
right.
Like, that's the other thing. With
Nothing was that heavy.
No.
Nothing was so heavy that we couldn't handle.
35 to 40 pounds, and the artillery shell that we carried, the tank artillery shell that we carried, that was
I think
that was probably the heaviest.
Well, the farmer
single
carries maybe
thing.
40, 45 apiece.
Yeah.
It's like almost a full 5-gallon
Jerry can.
Yeah.
Jerry can.
Yeah.
So it's like 5 gallons. Is 40 pounds or something?
It's like 10 pounds per gallon or something. Like, it's
8 pounds
pretty
per
close.
gallon, I
think.
Yeah, it's close.
Yeah. He didn't go to math school.
Well, he said 5, I said 10. You're right on that. Look at that.
Yeah,
Anyway.
either way.
Yeah, I remember that sled was surprisingly light, by the way. I don't know about you guys. When I didn't
it was
feel
light
how heavy
pulling
it was.
pushing it back. I about died. And
Yeah.
wanted to
But when I
throw up.
pulled
That
it off
stage
the
made
line,
me wanna
that thing got
throw up.
airborne.
Yeah.
Because I
But-
thought it was 80 pounds or something like that. I'd mess with it. So anyway,
Yeah, we'll show
talk
that.
about that. Yeah.
So yeah, that's kind of what the proving grounds is at. The match was at the Clinton House. It's a fantastic range,
Yeah, that
like
was pretty nice.
really nice. They have a nice shop that you can get, Armageddon bags and all kinds
A
of
Collis
stuff at.
scope.
Yeah, you can get nice optics there, nice shotguns. So definitely, if you go, you have to go there to check in. So check out the shop. It was like, how far of a drive was it? 9 hours.
It was a little over 9 hours. It ended up being with stops, I think, right at 11, and we had to pick Mason up in Louisville.
Yeah, so we went the long way. Added like 20 minutes each way to us, but
You guys stopped more too. It took me 9 with one.
Well, we got stuck in where the hurricane or whatever knocked out the
That was
road.
That wasn't.
So it
as
was
bad
one
for me. Okay,
lane.
yeah.
But yeah, it's like, let's say 9-10 hour drive from Indianapolis to Clinton, South Carolina. It was pretty smooth sailing, and not much to talk about there. But definitely worth the drive. I mean, I wouldn't fly for that match,
No.
for 9 or 10 hours. Not with 2 guns and all the ammo. You'd have to ship the ammo.
Yeah, you'd have to ship every ounce ammo.
It'd be a disaster. So, I think we'll definitely be making some more drives out there to the Clinton House.
Proving Ground does a lot with Clinton House. So I think that area is pretty big.
Yeah, and the weather there, it was 40 degrees,
Yeah.
and it was a little chillier than I had hoped. It was pretty cold at home, but 40 degrees wasn't like we were going down to Florida to shoot.
Yeah.
So
It would have been nice if it was a little warmer.
it would have been nice to have a little warmer, but anyway, the setup for the match, we signed up through the website to do it over again. It's on Practice Score. Like Lauren didn't know, he just sent us a link for the website.
Yeah.
So we signed up through the website, and then he contacted Sarah to squad us all together.
Yeah, and we could have squatted ourselves through Practice Score from the way I
So
understand
just
it.
get on Practice Score. All the matches for 2026 are already on there, as well as the Carolina Tactical Sniper Series or whatever it is that Chad runs. So, and there's a couple matches that you can actually go down, make one trip, and shoot Proving Grounds and Tactical Sniper. You can make a 2-day
I
out
believe
of
it's
one day.
both Florida events and both Georgia events.
Yeah, and I think the Florida is coming up in a week or two.
Yeah, Florida's coming up.
So that's a bit of a haul for us.
Yeah,
the
that
Georgia,
that's a fly, and then it comes.
Yeah, the Georgia may be worth doing.
Georgia's only 10. I looked at
Yeah, so maybe we'll try to do that if we can. But anyway, we want to go through the stages now. I've got a video here that I'll do a little B-roll on, and we'll try to show you what happened. I'm going to show you the very first stage, and we're not doing the whole stages. Like, I have a video out. It's like 27, 29 minutes long of all 8 stages from start to finish. And then I've got shorts of every video as well that I've had to shorten down to 2 minutes.
It's you shooting.
All right, so yeah, this is the first stage, and this is just a little bit of it. So this is stage 7. You had to start off like carrying this block that's chained to you.
That's the end of it, by the way. It's at the very end.
Yeah, this is just me shooting
And missing.
Yeah, so I have James on here as well that you're going to see after I miss this target. But Lauren shot this stage first of all of us. It was like 170-yard targets out here.
Yeah.
And you had some pistol at the end. But you had to run through this twice. And this should have been easy shots. I was shooting like 55 grain federal ammo, just cheap stuff. And I thought, 170 yards, like I don't need to use my good ammo, right? I had 3 mags of 69 grain reloads that I trusted. And I thought,
It's the ammo's fault.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew
I ran it with cheap 55 grain TMC.
I knew this
No
was
misses.
gonna. I knew this was gonna be.
White box Winchester.
I knew this is what was gonna happen, but yeah, essentially, I shot the first 6 targets, no problem. Got to the 7th target and missed, and because of the miss, I had to run down and
About
and
50
back.
yards.
So,
Yeah, 30 to 50 yards or so.
Yeah.
yeah. So here I go running off
dig it
again.
Yeah, whatever it was, you had to be connected. It was on a chain. You had to connect to yourself.
Don't run too much,
And if you weren't too careful with the chain, if you didn't grab
Alright,
the
let's
chain
go,
in
take
your
it
other
ready.
hand, you were going to hit it. And Justin just got a lot fatter.
And here's James. I don't think I had sound on for that first one, but that's
all right.
okay.
Just you running.
So yeah, this is James. You can kind of see that he takes a little bit of time here to get
Yeah.
ready. He saw me do that extra run, and I did that run 4 times, by the way.
Yeah.
Was this after a miss?
Me, I didn't.
No.
I didn't miss.
didn't
So,
miss, okay.
so I ran the first one, and I told myself on the way back, like I'm gonna walk in the last 4 or 5 steps, and then when I'm getting my mag and my gun, I'm just gonna take my time.
That was
just
probably
to
the
get
way
my
to do it.
breath under control, because if I was running more than once, it wasn't gonna be pretty, and I would have probably timed out on this one if I missed, because it was gonna take a lot of breath out of me.
Yeah. So he clears the rifle there, and then switches to pistol.
Move the chain
James-
off of my pistol there.
James kicked everybody's ass in pistol shooting at this match for sure.
Yeah, you were smoking it.
Because
Finally.
yeah, I'll be the first to admit, like if it's a stand and shoot situation, James can definitely beat me in pistol. But it's when the
Sometimes.
it's when the running
Moving around.
around. It's when the running around happens that really changes stuff. So this is stage 8, yeah, and they were all like 170 seconds ahead of me, so I really wanted to like try to make up some time here. I gamed the start a little bit. You start sitting in the truck, the RO's like way down the lane there, and I kind of gamed it a little bit here starting.
I just realized that wasn't the tailgate.
I'm glad that you did game it like this because it had not crossed my mind to just put my belt kind of where I could just put my ass against the bumper and go.
Yeah, and I had a mag laying there next to the rifle. You can kind of hear Lauren giggle. That's another thing. Lauren videoed all of my stages for me.
And mine, pretty much.
Right after he got done shooting,
Yeah.
he had to video my stage, so I appreciate that.
Well, thank you for not running very fast.
Yeah. So you had to shoot off at 2 spots off of this. You could shoot off the top and the bottom, or the top and this chain.
That's right, the chain. That's right, yeah.
Yeah, it was
I used the chain.
I did too.
Yeah, I did too. I wasn't getting down that low. I almost could have laid prone and put my gun across the bottom one, but
So they do not like little something. They do not like prone.
Yeah.
Like every match I've been to, there's only one time I was allowed to go prone, and basically they thought it was stupid, and ended up like going prone on my side and hitting the targets. And kind of thinking, they're like, oh man, they do not want you going prone.
So I made some pretty good time there, and then pretty confident with my pistol skills here. But that little bitty target.
you can't even really
Right
see it in the video.
here.
Yeah, it's a little left actually.
But then I did pretty good on the second run through.
I should have worn my, like, I don't remember how I did this one.
Also, like these camera folks that they have at these matches have some big kahunas because multiple times they were in front of a gun with it being reloaded. This guy, he's a little bit past the 180. Definitely not somewhere I would stand, but
no
yeah,
reason for me to
funny.
point a gun that direction.
Yeah.
Those
but
photos
still.
aren't out yet, are they? I haven't seen the release.
Yeah, I
of the
think you
photos.
got to pay for the page.
Yeah, I'm not sure
No,
about
they'll
the photos.
release all the
Oh, they
photos.
will? Okay.
Yeah.
I saw some on like the guy that did the photos, his Instagram, but I haven't seen all of them.
Yeah, I haven't
Total
seen
side,
any of
yeah.
them.
But yeah, you could hear at the end of that the RO, says smoking, and I didn't feel like it was overly quick, but it was an overall stage win. So the guy that won the match overall, he beat me by 500 seconds, which is insane. Wearing a plate carrier and everything.
That's what, 8.5
And
minutes?
he won 7 of the 8 stages, first place in 7 of the 8 stages, except this one I had an overall stage win.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. We were all walking back because Justin's like, "Oh, I blew the match. I'm never gaining it back." And then he gets, 40 seconds on me and Mason both here.
Yeah. So yeah, Mason, I shot this one in like 90 something, and Mason had some issues. I think maybe it didn't pick up a round or something.
Yeah.
And he was like 150 or something.
Yeah, he had one that didn't pick up a round, and then Mason doesn't shoot his pistol very often, so he didn't really struggle as much as I thought he would with the pistol. But when it came to like having to clear a malfunction out of it, he wasn't as well versed in tap rack bang as most.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
This was your and I's favorite stage, though, right?
Yeah, this was my favorite stage by a
Yeah.
landslide.
So I liked it. So, like I said, putting on the equipment, I think it's something they seem to do fairly often, and I like that because it tests. If you have to pick it up in the middle of the night, it's kind of maybe a little silly, but if you have to put it on pretty quick, a lot of people have no idea. I've seen people, they have no idea what to do. Like they're just lost. Like they're trying to get a plate carry on that's strapped. They don't think to unstrap it, so it's a good challenge. I think it's something.
And then you have those guys like this guy that.
You don't have anything.
You go into his basement, I can tell you that his belt is not on the bench the way it was in the back of that truck.
Maybe it is now.
No. So now we're going to show stage 1. Obviously, we did stage 7 and 8, 1 and 2 on day 1, and then the last 4 stages on day 2. So stage 1, I had gotten talking to like some squad mates, right? We had four squad mates from Brazil that were super cool, really nice. Our whole Instagram following is their buddies, right? So they put us on Instagram, and then all night long I was adding people on Instagram that followed us. So
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
it was really neat. Really good shooters too. So this is stage 1. While I was talking to them, I took my left earbud out and put it in my coat pocket, and then I don't shoot with my coat on. So I took my coat off, started shooting, and then realized that my rifle is super loud. Like we mentioned earlier, I didn't have the suppressor on it, so had about a day and a half of hearing loss. But you shot off of this right barrel, and there's a KYL rack, and the KYL rack was like pretty good sized targets to start with. The first
Yeah.
3 of them.
Actually, really the first 4. I thought the final one was really small, and I think all of us struggled with a little bit.
Yeah, the last one was like
I did not, but I didn't shoot the strap either. So
yeah, it was like maybe like a quarter, a half inch thick, down to like a 1 inch circle.
yeah.
Right.
And the strap was like 2 inches
the
wide.
strap was 2 or 3 inches wide. So on the last shot, I'm
And
pretty.
then the left side was a high value target, right?
No, it
Or,
wasn't.
well, sorry, not a high value, but it was a just.
It was like an IPSC
yeah. Shoot that and
standard
go back.
target.
Yeah,
And that's
you'll
where
you'll hear me talking here on the video.
I ended up giving him over ear pro.
Yeah, so you'll hear. I'm gonna back it up here just a touch so you can hear me hear the RO. Any other sport, this is kind of funny. Any
That
other
sucks.
sport, if you forgot your hearing protection and you said something, they'll just stop you.
They'll notice it most of the time, and
Yeah.
they'll just stop you immediately, and you get a reshoot because
you'll
they don't
get a
want you to
reshoot.
have hearing damage. Listen to this guy though. We'll be
Yeah,
quiet
this-
and let you
this
listen
guy
to this
doesn't
guy.
care
He
at
doesn't
all.
give a crap.
So yeah, we finish here, and then I notice that I don't have my hearing protection.
I forgot my hearing protection.
That sucks. So I'm looking in my pocket for it,
My left ear.
and then listen to me.
Oh, maybe it is in.
Nope.
It's out.
Nope, it's out. So the hearing damage obviously was there at that point. So here comes Lauren to the rescue. A little pass off. And this torpedo, it wasn't super heavy, and it was pretty easy to carry like that.
It got heavier as the day went on.
It definitely got
Mud.
when you
we're
didn't
going
think it was
downhill.
yeah, you were going downhill, and it was about 10 yards to go, and you're like, uh-oh, my legs are already burning, and I haven't went back up the hill, or at least for me it was that way, and I know Mason said the same thing.
What did you say on there? Dome cam?
Yeah, I thought you said dome cam.
You did. That was you.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, that was you that said that. So they had some small
Oh, maybe
pistol
I
targets.
screwed up this thing because I was covering my ears,
Oh,
so
okay.
I put it here. And I think it was.
Okay,
I
yeah, I
was saying
didn't-
you
I
probably
didn't
have to
watch
move
it.
to that.
I
I didn't
didn't-
put it in my pocket. I don't remember.
Yeah, I didn't watch it. I had automatically switched to my hat cam when I edited this. So yeah, the pistol targets here at this match, like they have some pretty small pistol
Yeah.
targets.
Yeah,
And
there's
we're
some
probably
pretty-
15 yards away there. And
These are like little spades or
Yeah,
clubs,
yeah,
kind of
spades and
shapes.
clubs.
Well, I think they
and
had
they're-
some different shapes. Like,
yeah.
on
and
different
the
ones.
pistol spinner, like I've shot a pistol spinner before, and it's there's a technique to it, right? Like I try to put 3 on the top, and then finish, whatever I can on the bottom, and then back and forth, obviously, without stopping it, and you can get it over in 6, 7, 8 shots a lot of
Yeah.
times, depending on how heavy they are. This thing was pretty heavy. I feel like it had a lot of momentum.
Yeah, this thing was pretty heavy. It had a lot of momentum behind it, and this is kind of the stage where I was like, maybe I shouldn't have shot minimum power factor ammo at this match.
Yeah, and
I
we'll
think
talk.
both you guys were.
Yeah, and we'll talk a little bit more about that on the stage where we had to shoot 90 yards with a pistol. But yeah, we're shooting 147 grain.
Yep.
Minimum power factor ammo for IDPA and USPSA competition. So our ammo is puny. I didn't have any trouble getting the spinner over. I didn't try to shoot it in the least amount of shots. I just hammered this thing over, and you'll see. And another thing I did, I had 23 rounds in my gun. But I kind of wussed out and did a mag change.
That was the way to do it. I mean, because if
Yeah.
you get
Yeah.
caught without it, losing
Yeah,
momentum.
I
I
had said
got
if
got
I
caught in the
missed-
middle of a mag change after missing a couple, and I couldn't get it took half the other
you just
mag
gotta
to get the
hold that
momentum
thing
back
over.
on my side.
Well, I'll tell anybody, even if you clean that with 8 rounds, you got a 20. Just switch, because if you
Yeah.
get caught on a spinner,
I
and
cleaned
lose
it-
that momentum.
If I cleaned it, I would not have done a mag change. And you can see I'm struggling here at the end.
Yeah, you fast forwarded that.
I did, yeah. And then you have this gigantic stop plate, and that's
Yeah.
one thing. I only missed one stop plate. I was on stage 6, so
This is the Christmas tree, so this is
Yeah.
what, number 2? right?
yeah, this is stage 2.
So there were what, 6 rifle and then 1 high value for
There's
rifle?
4 rifle.
4 rifle and 1 high
one
value.
Okay, and then
And the
pistol.
high value was turned. You guys
Yeah.
remember that?
Yeah, it was turned a
So-
little bit angled away from you, so it wasn't a small target, but it was just the
hard,
angle
man.
of it made it a little difficult to
I didn't
get
miss
good.
a rifle. I did miss 1 pistol high value.
Yeah.
I rushed it.
So I was a little worried because you only had 60% of the high value on the rifle.
Yep.
And the high value on pistol was pretty small too, but I didn't. It was 30 seconds for the miss on rifle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I definitely couldn't take that chance. So I slowed down and made the hits. And something else to look at here is this bag rider that I've got on my rifle. You can see it hanging off there. That's a product we're working on right now to get ready to release. But that thing stayed on my rifle for every stage except for stage 3. I didn't want it like falling in the creek or whatever. So
Wasn't really needed on the back of the car either.
yeah, I didn't need it on that stage, but I tried to leave it on because I knew Lauren was going to give me a hard time.
You left it on the whole time, though, didn't you?
No, I took it
No,
off
I took it
for
off
the
one stage.
Isuzu. I didn't want to going through the creek. I didn't want to.
Oh, yeah,
I didn't want
yeah.
to drag it down the creek bank or
Well,
anything.
that's a penalty right there. So he's
Yeah,
Only when you're
I knew you'd notice.
carrying around a plate carrier like a
yeah,
Fud.
like a man.
But anyway, this was 4 targets at 100 yards and then a high value. You drop the mag and shoot the high value, so you don't have any rounds in your gun.
So it's 2 times through.
Yeah, left
High
to right
value.
twice.
Yeah, drop.
Yeah,
But you,
drop
you
your
came back
mag.
here and did it again.
And now you're, yes. you
Yeah,
came
we
back
had
and
to
did it
do
one more time.
everything twice.
Yep.
Yeah.
Came back and did it one more time. So now it's the jerry cans. These things were
They were almost. They weren't quite.
a little
full.
bit heavy, but I didn't think it. I didn't think this run, even doing it twice, was as bad as the artillery shell coming back up that little hill.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Yeah. So you do this twice as well, left to right, and these are out there. They're just like 25, 30 yards.
Oh yeah.
yeah, like an 8x8 plate. They're not that big either.
And then I don't know if that was trigger freeze or a malfunction.
It didn't rack around out. I don't think, did it?
I think I did, yeah. And then, so that was a high value or 10 seconds.
Yeah. Then you basically just repeat it.
And then you do it again.
Yeah,
Yeah,
come back, and then
So,
the final shot in the high value was with rifle, right?
It wasn't a high value, it was a stop plate for pistol.
Yep.
Oh, was it? Okay.
Yeah, you,
okay.
you had two.
I
You
couldn't
had
remember.
you did the high value twice on the rifle, and then you also did the high value 2 times on the
was that
on
me?
the pistol as well.
Yeah.
Oh, of course. All right.
Yeah,
Well,
so-
hold on. Before we get into that, that was the end of day 1.
That was the end of day 1, yeah.
All right, we're gonna cut real quick.
And because of my miss on the very first stage, right? I missed once, shame on me. I missed 4 times, shame
That was-
on
yeah.
Federal for making shit ammo.
Okay.
So I'd say, what was guys? So I was gonna say before we get into the second day, what was your guys' favorite stage from day 1?
Well, it sure as hell wasn't stage 7.
Right. For you, it definitely was not.
I would say probably that last one, probably the Christmas tree with the high value rifle, because that 30-second penalty, which you had the potential to get twice, that really separated the people that knew to slow down and make the hits, right? Yeah. I shot this match completely clean. I didn't have a single high value miss, and that was to make sure, like, if I'm going to go down, it's because my fitness, right?
Yeah.
And the shooting portion of it, like, you got to know when to slow down and get your hits.
Yeah.
Haven't looked
But
at
stage
it.
8 was by far, to me, the funnest.
Yeah.
Grab your shit and go. So
Yep.
you're in the back of a truck. Stuff goes down. You got to gear up. You got to go. It wasn't a crazy amount of fitness. There wasn't any lifting. It was a pretty decent run. And then you had some good distance rifle targets that were pretty realistic from 2 different shooting positions, and then
Yeah, they
going
were
into
like
pistol.
head to
Yeah.
shoulder
Yeah.
targets,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
They had a
yeah.
couple. I think it's some weird like animals.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that was my favorite as well.
They were at
I
100
like the.
yards as well.
I like putting everything on.
Yeah.
Like to me, that tests.
But
Yeah.
Like
the only downfall of that stage was that you had a pistol target at, I don't know, 15, 20 yards that was maybe 2 inches wide and about 12 inches tall, and it was not fun to hit. Your dot was almost as big as the steel itself.
okay.
It's
So
not.
this is the start of day 2, right?
Yeah, this
Oh,
is
man,
day
you
2.
gotta use
This
my-
is stage 3.
All the videos you could have
Yeah.
had on me to use. This is the one where I.
We're gonna use
This
this
rope is
Yeah.
awesome.
and this
Watch
is
this.
yeah, this is
The rope beats me.
We
in
might
this
watch
one.
this a couple times. We'll see.
Because like I said, it was tight on 2 different spots here, so it was loose here. So I was like, why am I not getting? Anyway, you'll see. You'll see this cluster.
So this was probably everybody's favorite stage for the whole match. It seemed like everybody
Yeah.
went on about this stage.
This is my favorite match overall. Yeah.
Yeah, and it was a difficult stage, but yeah, this is stage 3, and you do end up running in a creek.
I don't know what y'all are smoking. This was not my favorite stage by
No.
any means.
This is my favorite by far.
Yeah,
My feet were soaked at the end of it. I had changed shoes to try to game the system to where to where my shoes weren't on, or to where my shoes weren't wet the rest of the day. And my bum ankle caught up with me without high tops. Yeah, it was not great, and you'll see why.
Yeah, and one more thing to mention here is like we didn't talk about like what we wore or anything in this match, but we knew that there was a creek run at this stage after day one, right? So we knew that we were going to get our feet wet immediately, and we went to Academy Sports, one to look for ammo for me, and then two to try to find a cheap pair of boots or something so I could swap out, and didn't find anything, so I ended up buying like a spray can of waterproofing, right? And of course the nozzle leaked, and Mason and I are out there in the parking lot of the hotel like spraying our boots, and it may or may not have helped, but I felt better about it, and my feet really didn't get wet.
Mine did. Like I used different boots, but when I took the socks off, I changed out everything. That was fine.
Yeah, I didn't have to do any of that. So here it is.
All right, get this shit over here.
This
I
is
want to see
awesome.
what actually. This is a better angle, so it's stuck around my.
Oh yeah.
Well, then it goes around my pistol.
And you
Yeah.
hear me in the background just going, dude, get it around your gun. What are you doing?
Well, I couldn't there was slack here. That's why I couldn't slack across my chest. So I didn't think I could pull it.
And I tried to get you in the center of the video.
Well,
but
look at
I
that. I
couldn't,
look like an
so.
old man
So
walking.
yeah, you ran pretty good right there.
Well, after the 10 seconds, I was.
Here's something else to talk about this stage. How about the drill sergeant ROs on this?
Yeah.
Oh my
These
gosh,
were the
man.
best ROs motivation wise that we had all day. Like
And I was like second or something for the day. I was either first or second because I went early and there was still that fog.
I think you were actually. This was the stage that you went second on because you were supposed to go first on the next stage and you weren't ready.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you had some pistol targets in the creek there, and then we skip here to the Zuzu where you have to shoot.
No, that's not me then.
Yeah,
This is me.
Okay,
This is
yeah.
me. Yeah. This is
Was it 5?
There's 5 targets from 100 to 300.
Yep.
I mean, there you can see the fog isn't lifted completely.
Yeah. So
Only the 2 furthest ones were difficult
Yeah.
to see, and the furthest one being.
The two furthest ones,
But they were visible. Just it was.
They were visible. You could see them through your scope because I think you were focused directly on them.
yeah.
Where the ROs had their binos out and they weren't focused directly on those two far ones. So there was some struggling to call some hits that were probably good that we self-called. But overall, the fog
Lauren
did
just
get
called
you.
one there for me. Lauren called hit, and then the RO agreed with him. Mason said he had to reshoot a couple targets.
Yeah.
I had to do one, and I was like,
couple
he said,
times.
actually a conversation. I think it's on my video has that, and I said, fine, I'll shoot it again. And then I got a hit and moved on.
Yeah.
And it cost me 2 seconds.
So then I kind of kept forgetting to shoot out the other window for those 2 targets.
Yeah,
Obviously,
same.
that's why they did that, right?
I did the first time. The second
I
time,
almost dropped my mag there. And here I am.
I think I yelled at you on this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I shoot those, and then I drop my mag, and it goes in between the door and the seat. And the RO goes, "Oh, I'll get it for you." And I'm like, "No, you're supposed to retain mags. I'm not doing that. Like, I'm not taking a chance on getting a penalty." And worse than that, I didn't want Lauren, giving me a hard time about leaving a mag behind.
Yeah.
So.
I'm glad he mentioned that rope thing. Like
yeah.
I kind of coming up, was like, that's a damn good idea.
There were so
I
many
stepped
people
inside
that
of it.
there were so many people
It was a
that
problem.
just didn't even touch that rope, and then they get about halfway through and they're starting to trip over it.
Yeah.
I will say I think Lauren is the only person on this entire stage that was able to drive this all the way back up.
I couldn't lean forward enough because I had the rope. I had my feet in between the rope, which is probably good because I would have started looking down.
You can see my hips start to shake. That guy was hurting.
You shot right after me, and I kind of screwed you up on that because the very end, I turned that cart, and that cart was like parked in there sideways, and you shot right after I did. So
that was the stage that my getting out of. So I was about as wide as the door on that car, and when I got out of that, my holster literally.
It was that you got it, yeah.
Snapped. There used to be an adapter here that I had to buy off Amazon, and then a QLS fork that went on here, and it just caught and literally just pulled the bolts.
Where'd you
right
buy
out
that
of the
adapter
threads.
that failed?
Amazon.
Oh, there you go.
Amazon.
Yeah.
Rogel Tactical will have something out soon because I got to fix this.
Well, and just to mention it, so they usually if your gun falls out holster, it's a DQ. But in this case, since it was in the holster still, it was no DQ.
No DQ because it was in the holster for one, and then two, because you run cold everywhere on the stages.
Did you get a penalty though for like
No,
equipment behind?
I didn't get it. I got a penalty on stage 7 because I had a mag fall out of my chest, my chest rig. But on this stage here, I left my pistol at the car and didn't get a penalty for leaving my pistol behind, which I thought was pretty funny.
Yeah. This is the stage 5, right?
Or no, it's
No, this
4.
is stage 4.
Yeah.
Okay, so stage 4, you had to start like way up this hill with this sled. It had a little bit of weight in it. It wasn't much.
20, 25 pounds.
20,
Yeah,
25
was-
pounds. It wasn't
was
bad. It wasn't
very-
bad.
I was
Nah.
expecting 70 or 80.
Yeah,
I
some
was expecting
people.
like 50 to
yeah.
50.
I saw some people carry their rifle in it. I just had it already on my back. Like you could
Yeah.
start with it already in a good position. Like what was the point of that?
Yeah.
So
I've seen that on a couple. They've done sleds where people put it in there, and neither time did it really make sense.
I
if
was.
you ran up to it without your gun being on your back, that'd be different.
Yeah, if your gun wasn't already slung, I could see throwing it in the sled. But also, one of the guys that when they went back up the hill, he threw it in the sled, and I thought the gun was falling out of the sled the entire
Yeah.
way. It was right on the rocky edge of coming out of there.
Well, there's one guy who had it in there down here. He gets the pistol, does the pistol, and it's still in the thing. So he had to like stop, kind of get off that
Yeah.
platform, get his
They
rifle.
kinda
So it cost
mentioned
time.
not, They kind of mentioned not to do that too.
Yeah.
I don't think he heard that.
Yep.
So one thing to mention is this blue barrel, and Lauren kind of got tripped up on this and
Although
did
it
it
went back.
right.
Yeah.
And did it right.
Yep.
But you had to come around this barrel both ways. So when you take it back, you also have to come around this barrel. And he started to go around and came back, stopped, came back around the right way. And then we had another guy, a guy that he was competing against in Masters,
Yeah.
actually, just went straight across.
Yeah.
And Lauren ended up still beating him on the stage, so it wasn't a big
Huge
deal.
deal. Yeah.
But anyway, here we go. We're pulling it.
And they didn't penalize him.
No, they didn't.
No.
They didn't seem to care.
I
know
don't
if they
think he was
noticed.
paying attention or noticed it,
Yeah.
to be honest.
So these were pretty small pistol targets. You had like, let's see, 8 targets to be shot twice. And I had 23 rounds, so I had all kinds of makeup
Yeah.
to do, and I just got a little too rowdy, and I ended up having to do a reload, and so did you.
I did too.
Yeah,
And
I'm
so
pretty
did-
sure that I
and
reloaded
Mason only
as
had,
well on
I
here.
think, 18 or 20 round mags, so he did. But to do this over again, I would just slow down and make all my hits, and the
Yeah.
reload wasn't bad.
No.
Here I'm asking, like, oh, can I leave these? And I'm like, I'm not waiting on this guy to answer me, so I just, my gun gets caught up in the handrail.
Yeah, my belly got caught up in the handrail.
It was pretty tight, and then I don't practice like getting in and out of my sling, so obviously that's something I should do. My gun doesn't pick up a round, so that was a thing. You can see the bag rider again on here. That was nice.
Yeah, this is another stage where I wish that I would have hurried up and made myself one of these as we were prototyping it up for Justin.
Yeah. So I'm like hammering these targets really fast. Mason swears up and down I got a freebie. But you can hear the reports on them, so we don't need to overanalyze this.
Yeah,
but
I was trying to think
if
there
you
was
ask
one.
Mason,
There may have been one. I don't
if
know.
you ask Mason, he swears up and down I got a
I think
freebie.
we all.
Here I am waiting on the RO, and I'm like, we gotta go, we gotta move, man. He was cool about it, but in my head, like, that dude should have been out of there.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So here I am. I got to run this thing all the way back, drop it off.
And it's from there. It's again 100 yards,
It's-
easy.
Yeah. So I
Yeah.
sped it up here. So this is
Yeah. And
this
slow
is my
down.
normal speed.
Yeah.
There's James walking up to get ready,
He walks fast.
and I've got my pistol mag in my left hand. It's ready to go.
Gamer.
Like
Gamer,
there's no reason
gamer.
not to. And as soon as I have my hand on my pistol before I get to the position, and you
That
can
was the
shoot.
one time I wasn't shooting video, evidently.
No,
know,
because you were
Mason-
supposed to go first on that stage.
Yeah.
I wasn't ready. Yeah.
Mason
Yeah, you
had-
weren't ready. Yeah.
I'm
So
going on the next one, I think.
yeah.
Yeah, so this is stage 5. I wish I had a video of Mason shooting this stage because he hammered this stage. I mean,
Yeah.
he had like the second fastest time of everybody, second or
Yeah.
third fastest time of everybody.
I honestly, when we got back and it wasn't a stage wind, I was in
Yeah.
shock to be completely
He
honest.
shot this one significantly faster.
You could-
So not that I was keeping track, but Mason was 20 to 30 seconds behind me. I had made up that 170 or 180 seconds. over the course of the 2 days. And going into this stage, I was like 20 or 30 seconds ahead of him. And after this stage, he was 45 seconds ahead of me.
Yeah.
They smoked this one.
Yeah, he absolutely burned this one down. So you
Yeah,
start off
and-
with the tire flip, and you can kind of see you're laughing at me because I saw another guy do this,
The kid.
and
Yeah,
I
the
thought
kid.
Wasn't doing anything.
it gives you like 6 or 8 inches more. I don't know that it's a proven thing.
Yeah, I mean, maybe it was. From my view, it didn't look like it's getting you that much.
It was a proven thing of like, is that not
watch my
hurting his
feet.
foot? Whoa.
Whoa. I could not get steady, and it just took me an eternity to get steady.
Yeah.
And so I want to mention here, like, you only had 11 rounds, right?
Yeah.
So they
Yeah,
11 for
11
the
rounds for
rifle.
10 targets.
for 10
5 targets,
for-
2 hits each. But
for 20 targets, right?
No,
there
they're-
were 10 targets.
there were 5. There were
Five
10
targets. Yeah, there were 5 targets in the back, 2 shots each at 300,
Yeah.
at 300 yards from this point.
But it was laid out this way.
Yeah.
It was laid out, bring all your pistol ammo. All of it. Because we had heard people like, oh yeah, people shot 100 rounds. I'm like,
There's no way you shot
What?
100 rounds
Yeah.
of pistol on
There's
a
no
stage,
way.
right? Like, no.
So
That's like
I had 2 mags on me and 1 in my pocket just in case, like for the stop plate, right? And so I had over 60 rounds on me, and I was never going to shoot that much. I would have just left them. But you had 10 targets out there, 5 in the back, 5 up front, and
It was
he
like
was said
300, 150-ish. I think
yeah, I think the farthest
300
was like
it was
280 or something.
300 from the back, 280 from the pistol bay, and then you were a little over, I think, like 125 to the front ones from the back,
Yeah.
and then from the pistol you were 90 yards. You'd hit 5 plates. You had to hit at least 5 plates, 9 plates twice, and 1 you could get a freebie with the rifle. If you hit all 5 of the plates twice in the back, you could come
Yeah.
up, waste your
So
last
he was
round on a
basically
pistol.
saying, the RO basically said, you're going to want to shoot your 11 shots in the back row because you don't want to have
Yes.
to take 200-yard
Yeah.
pistol shots. So, and
Not
if you
ideal.
shoot them all and you hit them all without missing, then you have 1 freebie to take at a close target.
Yeah.
And I chose to, and I did. I chose to but I mean, it took me an eternity to shoot it. But I ended up shooting the far left target. 1, because it was easier to remember what I already shot, and 2, it was like a head target, so it was pretty small with a pistol, and
Yeah.
it was the farthest for the pistol because
Yeah.
it was
Yeah.
all the way to the left. Mason did the same thing. You shot like the biggest target with the rifle.
No, I didn't make it to the. I didn't have it.
No, Mason shot the biggest target that he
Mason
could
did.
have.
Mason
Yeah,
did.
I,
With
I
the
had 2
rifle,
misses,
and
so
we
I
were
had to
both like,
engage
"What are you
one with
doing,
the
man?"
rifle with a pistol,
Yeah.
which I got right away almost. But I'd like to say,
Yeah, so we're not going to go through this misery of me. Like,
oh wow,
so anyway,
stop kicking.
I'm really trying to book it, and you can see that at a point I'm getting that bounce, so I can grab it easy, and then it rolls for a second, and then the RO's kind of giving me a hard time about it. Not really, but like
Yeah.
I wanted to make sure he knew I wasn't
Yeah.
trying to game this thing, and
Also, the RO is wearing red, white, and blue Pabst blue ribbon
yeah,
pajama pants.
he was a super cool
Yeah.
dude.
This is probably my favorite RO of the day, other than the 2 drill sergeants we had.
Yeah. And I had no idea how well this was going to go because, we're shooting 90 yards with minimum power factor ammo.
Yeah, I didn't think it was going to go nearly as well
You
as
guys
it did.
never shoot
No.
past 25 yards.
No, I'd never
really.
shoot a pistol really past. I mean, IDPA
I'll do
limits
50
it.
pretty commonly. I mean, it's pretty common for me to do 50, but
You got Lauren motivating me, telling me how slow I am, which I thought I was going pretty good. But at the end here, I'm slowing down. You can see it's getting to me.
yeah. Take all the way to the top there.
And at this point, I think we didn't have the other squad here yet, so it was just our squad watching. And same thing, I'm getting ready on my way. I grabbed the wrong mag, of course. But like, I'm just trying to not waste any time. I'm trying to be efficient. And then, so
Oh yeah.
last stage of the day, this is the one that everybody like talked about because it has a rope climb, right?
Yeah.
And this was 2 rope climbs for slick, intermediate, masters, and women's, and 4 rope climbs for elite.
4, yeah, it's 4 for
Four,
elite.
4 for elite.
And I
yeah.
watched I watched one of the elite videos, and he did it 3 times and tapped out. And I went back through and kind of like looked at elites to see how many penalties they had, and a lot of those guys did 2 or 3 rope climbs. Like really only really the fitness guys. I mean, you got to think about it though. Like they had the same par time, right?
Yeah.
And and people timed out on this stage. Like a couple of our
Yeah,
squad
we had
mates
we
timed
had
out.
we had a guy in slick actually time out on this stage.
So there was a lot of shooting on the stage.
Yeah.
In fact, it was like 28 rounds of rifle or something.
Yeah,
I mean,
this
I felt like I could have done 4 even after 2, but I
So-
practiced these. So
So yeah, I feel
the
like
quick game.
the 4 like they
it's
were.
still tough though. It's going to wear you down.
I don't. Where do you draw the line of like, okay, if it's going to take me this long to do 4 rope climbs with no penalty, but I won't time out.
What was the penalty
versus
per rope climb?
60 seconds.
60
Each
seconds,
one.
yeah.
I mean, it
But you got to think, what if you spent 3 minutes doing rope climbs, right? And then
you time
and
out.
then you time out and you lose all those points. What if
Plus
you
all the penalties on all the targets
the
you didn't
penalties.
engage. Yeah.
or you do 2 rope
yeah.
climbs, take the 2 penalties, and then you don't time out. See what I'm saying?
yeah. But I feel like I could do those rope. My rope climb would be pretty consistent. My first one's obviously the fastest. It's going to slow down, but I don't think it's going to slow down enough where I would have timed out because I still have quite a bit of time left.
So so funny you mentioned that. I have timed these. I have synced these videos side by side. You can see me on the left, and this would be you on the right.
Me on the right.
And we're going to do a little race here.
Oh Jesus Christ! Of course you do this.
I
You
wanna-
may have been a little bit faster, but I was consistent. I mean, I was.
I want to just keep in
But
mind.
were you
here-
tired at the end?
Hey,
You were talking about how tired you were by rope climb.
So there's a little bit ahead. I kind of twisted my ankle a little bit. You immediately got back into it. I had a pretty good jump
This one took
there.
a minute because I could have probably jumped for it, but I thought that's a bad idea.
But you got to it before me, so you might actually beat me on that second rope climb.
yeah, you can see how I did that rope climb there.
Yeah, so there's James.
I double birded that thing. Nope, no way.
And so you run down this hill. Almost everybody just propped the rifle against this tree. That seemed like the right thing to do.
I think I
Yeah.
climbed down.
Justin swore he was going to sling his rifle, and then he starts going
I
down
don't
the
know what
hill
I
with the
did.
rifle in his hand and just leaned it up against
I'm
the
not
tree.
sure. I
don't know.
don't
I
think Yeah. I'm
I did
not
really
sure.
well in this pistol portion, actually.
I think all of us did. I didn't have a single miss.
I don't think I did either.
did
I mean, if I had,
I think I had like 1 or 2 misses on this one.
So you had trouble getting your mag back into the chest
Yeah.
rig. So
I need tacos.
So we'll
really
talk
bad.
about gear here at the end of the video, but for this purpose, like you have never trained with a chest rig. This was the first time you ever wore it.
This is this is the first time I had ever worn that chest rig and loaded or put a mag into it on the clock.
Yeah.
First time.
So it
But
took you.
but I was
forever.
not gonna wear a belt because I would have, even with suspenders, as you can probably see in this image here, I have no ass. It would not have worked out very well.
Yeah.
So I didn't.
I think the chest rig was
Yeah.
a good move for
Yeah,
you.
it
I
was.
only ran the chest rig on a couple stages. This one because I needed the mag storage. So I ran the chest rig on this one, but I just ran everything on the belt for the most part. And then you had a little trouble with your holster here. Actually, probably because this isn't your holster. This is Mason's holster.
Yeah,
No, actually,
that's Lauren's
it's
holster.
Lauren's holster.
Actually, yeah.
that Mason was borrowing.
And we'll talk about that in the end a little bit more. But yeah, luckily somebody else had an omnivore holster there, or I would have been shooting
With the
Justin's
same, like,
staccato.
what light do you have?
TLR1,
So it was the same light, yeah.
same light.
So
Yep.
it worked, but it didn't go in and out as easy as yours
Nope.
did. And his gun would fit in my holster, but it was really tight.
Really tight.
Worst case scenario, he would have just shot my staccato.
Yep.
But anyway, my favorite part of the whole match is coming up. You can hear me yell, "Be careful!"
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Fucking awesome.
That angle does not do it justice either. The first person cam on this,
Let's
I
watch
hit
that
hard.
again.
Oh yeah.
I mean, didn't try to catch myself, nothing, just wham.
I mean, and the best part is, you hear me say "be careful," and the reason I said that is because the RO, she had said like, "Hey, it's really slick, and you're on an incline."
like just this one spot though.
And I was the second shooter, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On this one, or maybe I was the first shooter on this. First or second shooter.
Yeah, you're first or second.
I think
yeah.
I was first or second, and I ended up slipping there too, and I got my hand down and just kind of like struggled a little bit, but I didn't actually go all the way down. This is back to me. You can see on this log, it's got this angle. It's got this little notch down here. Some people shot off of. People had mentioned like,
Don't
in
go to the
passing,
notch.
The notch was too low, or like you couldn't see all the targets. Right?
The notch, you couldn't see the far right.
Couldn't see it because
so
of
what
this-
I did
because
is
of
I went
this
all the
tree
way
right here.
left.
Yeah.
So I started in the middle, and I was just struggling at that particular hole. So I ended up going all the way left, and you could just barely see all the target. Like on the left one, the left edge was basically against that tree. Or that
I didn't
tree
have
down
any
there.
trouble with this. Like, but I
I just
have my
finding
mag
position
rider
was
on
my
there.
problem.
I did too. So
Yeah,
I
that's-
started on my knees or on one knee or both knees or whatever, and I
Yeah.
ended up
Sounds right.
sitting flat on my butt
Oh yeah,
for the rest of this.
I moved a lot.
Yeah,
I was-
yeah, no, and that's another tip that Justin gave me is like, do not go to your knees. It's too awkward. Like, sit on your ass.
And you can see me moving around this
Yeah,
throw
you
lever a
used
whole
pretty-
bunch.
Yeah.
I've got a bunch of magnification on, but I really wanted. I had a lot of wobble zone, and I wanted to make sure that I was on the target when I squeezed the trigger because this was a high round count stage.
Yeah, because we had 2 times through, 2 times through,
Yeah.
and 3 times through.
So this was
Yeah.
4 targets twice, and then a high value, and these are at 280 yards.
Yeah.
And then yeah, you ended up dropping your mag, shooting the
Taking the
high
high value.
and then I knew I was going to put a different mag in when I got down the hill. That's why I went with the chest rig
Yeah.
because I only have the 1 mag carrier on my belt. I took the second one off.
Oh, okay.
So because I have the same problem as James, my pants fall down if I have the fully loaded belt.
Yeah.
So
Fast forward through this.
yeah, I'm gonna skip through this.
Get that downhill because this
Here
this
I am
I
on
think
the
was
downhill.
some people. Well, I guess the down wasn't as bad. People coming up were struggling, but
Here's another thing. You'll see me on here take my safety glasses. They're on the top of my. No, that's my camera. But I kept lifting them up, but I have like a headband on for my my hat cam.
Yeah.
And I ended up taking
You took them off and set them on the stump.
I set them on the stump, and then because I'm funny about that. Like if you're shooting just rifles, like you shouldn't have to wear your eye protection, right? So shooting pistol, you should absolutely have it. So, but you can't. It's not like you can have it in your
You're
pocket.
gonna get
put
so
it on
much
there.
heat for that.
That's the way it is. I mean, if you go to PRS match, people aren't using eye protection.
a lot of times you'll see them move for rifle. They'll move it up. I move it up a lot. If it gets fogged up, something like you move it up.
So here you had like 2 targets over here, and I thought they were like pretty close. I thought
They were
like,
pretty close, and they were full size IPSCs.
Yeah, they were gigantic.
Yeah.
And some people shot off of this log. I didn't think that was worthwhile.
It was worthwhile, I believe.
It was probably worthwhile.
Yeah.
You could have shot them a lot
I can't
faster.
remember which one I did. So
You went to the log.
I did I for all of them. I was thinking I started high.
No,
and went down
you
low.
went to the log because I think you went almost last on this one.
Yeah.
Because you went first on the stage before, and I think you saw all of us struggle with these, and you were like, "Screw this, going straight
I
to
think
the log."
Mason went to the log.
Yeah, everybody.
So-
I think everybody in our squad after Justin
the
and I
log
went to
wasn't
the
a
log.
problem. That wasn't the issue. The standing shot was not an issue. It was like a full size APSIC at like 100, 150 yards or something. I had just put a new EPS on this optic, like the top dot.
You used your top dot for that?
I tried. So I was like, okay, this thing's gonna shoot like 8 inches high, right? But it's a huge target, so I'm just gonna aim at the bottom of the target and it'll be fine. And here I'm just missing, and I thought I heard somebody say something.
Oh, then you duck down. You see you duck into the optic. Yeah.
So
Wow.
So I'm like, am I hitting it? And then when I hit it, you could really hear it.
Oh yeah,
And
yeah.
then
They were close
Mason's-
enough you could hear it.
Yeah.
Mason's
I don't
calling
think they were
hits.
100. They're just at 100.
Yeah. So Mason's calling hits, and she's yelling "show clear," but I went to slide lock. That was my last round on my last.
Yeah.
So she's like, "Is he clear? Is he clear?"
Can you go back and go back a little bit?
A quick look.
Watch me.
And got him.
Hey Mason.
So I'm coming up this hill. Somebody's distracting the RO, and then I missed the stop plate to start with, and that was the end of the match. So
Yep.
so that stage right there was the determining factor between first and second place
Yep.
for Slick, right? So I was 45 seconds behind Mason going into that stage. Mason had never climbed a rope. He played around on it a little bit. I think he should have climbed the rope for practice once.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
don't
he
think
should've.
it. I
He
don't
did,
think
had
it
no.
would
It's
hurt him.
like he just didn't want to. Didn't even want to.
Yeah.
He didn't want to hurt. He didn't want to like burn himself out and then not be able to
Yeah,
get up it. So he ends up getting like, I don't know, say 3/4 of the way up the rope the first time.
Yeah.
And then he just couldn't get his feet right. Like
feet were-
he's strong enough that his entire upper body carried him up, and he's not a small dude. Like
Yeah.
he's a pretty big dude, and he just let his upper body carry him, and just never could figure his feet out. But if he could have figured his feet out,
Yeah, it would have been.
I don't
done
think
deal.
Justin would have walked away with the first place.
Yeah, he would have had it. So he ended up like spending time getting 3/4 of the way up the rope, and then still took a 2-minute penalty.
Yeah.
And then so that's kind of solidified the results. So overall in the results, I took first place in Slick Division. Mason took second place in Slick Division. And
I took third in
James
Slick.
took third.
And there were
And-
12.
There was like 9,
Yeah,
I think. of us.
there were 9 or 10, and
There were
it
quite
was-
a few, and there's some good shooters. Like, and that was just. And again, these are first timers, and I had talked with the person who ran it, and they kind of thought it was funny. It's like you brought 3 new guys, and they took the top 3
Yeah,
spots. And
so-
Yeah, I don't think I made very many people feel too good about themselves walking up there going, yeah, I took third. Like, I think it really shows, though, that this is a competition that if you can shoot well, you're going to be all right.
Yeah, I think that's kind of what gave us a chance, right? So, like, I feel like we shoot a lot of competitions. Like, I shot like over 70 competitions in 2025.
Yeah.
And
my wife would kill me.
yeah. So yeah, don't tell my wife that it was that many, but I'm sure she knows. So like we shoot a lot, and we're not the top shooters by any means, but like shooting wise, we were very prepared for this match, with the exception of my junk ammo. So I think our shooting ability is there. The fitness wasn't. And
Although I don't think your fitness was that far off.
I don't think
you
it was
guys
that
all
bad
did
either
really well on
for
the-
Slick. I think
Yeah.
with the plate carrier, I think it's going to change stuff.
But see, I think when you get used to a plate carrier, and that's I love.
And
to
we
freak
train
you
with
out.
it at your place. Like
I don't even know. Like I said, we're thinking about doing a thing coming up where a plate carrier is not even needed. I may run it, so I'm used to it. But how I carry things, I know exactly where everything's at.
Yeah.
And especially if you can go lighter, it doesn't. You'll not making that big of a difference.
Yeah.
The rope climb be a place you could probably feel it, but the rest of the time, I think for the most part,
Yeah, the rope
you're not
climb,
gonna
it would have hurt us on the rope climb, but so yeah, that's how we did. And then Lauren took first place in Masters,
And
then
has now got to go to Elite, so it'd be fun watching him do the rope climb 4 times instead of 2 next time.
he always has
Easy
to have
day.
an excuse as to why he
Easy day.
he falls short of.
Well, I
us,
can't come
you
down
know.
to intermediate from Masters.
And Justin always has to have an excuse if he misses one target.
That's true.
Even one time. It's not him,
So-
it's the ammo.
So overall results, though, the winner of the match overall was in the intermediate, and like I said, he beat me by like 500 seconds, right?
he
wild.
spoke to everybody.
He was the dude. Obviously, was in great shape, and he was a very good shooter.
Yeah.
So
He sandbagged.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
The guy got sandbagged.
So anyway, I took second overall, and Lauren took third overall. So that was pretty cool. And then I'll roll the picture, but the 4 of us from Indiana took
Heck yeah.
4 plaques
4
home,
plaques home, yeah.
and a couple
That's pretty good,
suppressor certificates,
Yeah.
and some stuff. So that was pretty cool. So that's the results. Overall, I think we did a decent job shooting. Like if I would have not blown stage 7, it wouldn't have changed anything. Like I was so far off of the guy that won the match overall that I couldn't have won it. So it really didn't change anything other than like maybe my attitude. Maybe it saved me from losing missing a bunch of shots in other stages that are harder. I don't know. It cost me $340 because we went to Spartanburg and I bought $340 worth of factory ammo. But my wife's not going to watch this video that far in anyway. So
Yeah, she's like,
we're good.
Thanks everyone. It's not funny we spent on this. Yeah.
So, but yeah, anyway, let's talk a little bit about the gear that we took. I have a full-length video on what I took to the Proving Grounds. So we're not going to go into a lot of details, but like I shot a 16-inch AR. It has a suppressor on it here now, but I didn't run the suppressor on it at the match. It's a completely new build for me. I just put it together like maybe a month before the
I'll
match.
say about a month before, yeah.
Yeah.
And it I didn't have any rifle malfunctions. I had the one pistol malfunction. Whether it was a malfunction or trigger freeze, I don't know. But I ran my staccato P, and I ran a chest rig a little bit. All right, talking more about gear. This is my chest rig that I wore just on a couple stages. Very similar to James' chest rig.
Yeah, pretty much the same.
Pretty much the same. I have
couple differences.
mag pouches on the side. His are on the front, I think.
Yep.
But yeah, it has 2 pistol mags on the side and 3 rifle mags, and I wear it with an H harness. So this is a knockoff of the D3CR or whatever from Haley. This is a Cridex, and I only wore it on a couple stages when I needed more magazines. And the reason I did that is because I only have the 1 magazine pouch on my belt, and then I had my rangefinder on here that I did use. I'm not sure if we were supposed to or not, but I did.
Yeah, they allowed it.
And 2 pistol mag pouches, and then obviously my holster. I had a dump pouch that I didn't use at all. But that's kind of the gear that I used.
I mean, rifle, pistol, basically the same. I run a Walther, which is far superior than everything else. So other than that.
Fanboy.
Yeah, well, so I have the plate carrier. I use the Faro Slickster. I actually have quite a few of these. I bought them in different colors and different setups, but this has the Jacked Rabbit plates in here, so they move. I like that when you're getting in position sometime. It doesn't happen often, but every once in a while you get into a position where if the flat plates, as I hit my mic there, but the flat plates will definitely, they'll get in your way. This is nice. I ran a 3-mag, it's a Chase Tactical 3-mag up front. I used it half the time, maybe. I'd say half the time. The one thing I did like that I had here is my hand warmer, which I kept on the entire weekend. It Velcros in underneath here. I had what was it, the hot hands or whatever in here, and I had that with me the entire weekend. This stayed on along with the hot hands. It stayed in there. I really like that. But that's the plate carrier I ran, and you have to be 15 pounds without any of this stuff on there. To make weight, I believe for women it's different. 12 pounds. But yeah, so 15 pounds to make weight. But yeah, no, I like this is the setup I've had for a while. It just works for me.
Yeah. So what's next for us? The recon run.
Yep.
Run and gun. It's our first actual run and gun. So I did a 5K run and gun years ago. And it's been a long time, but and I wasn't prepared for it then, and I'm not now. But we're gonna try it.
Sucks training like in winter.
Yeah.
Like running when winter you can't run. I guess there for a while you could.
Yeah.
60s out, but
Yeah, Justin keeps trying to pull my arm and to drag me into this one, but I'm gonna try to run around to everybody and get a lot of good like up close footage. Not so much of like the first person, but hey, as they're running between stages, what are they doing? As they're shooting a stage, getting more angles than just the 360 camera can get, or from what the first person can get. And then I signed up for Midnight Madness. Will be my next run and gun and first official run and gun. You got to go big or go home.
Yeah, so we're doing the run and gun or the recon run and gun.
Yeah.
It's 4 miles, 7 stages. So Lauren, Mason, and I are doing that one, and then James is going to video it, and then the Midnight Madness. I'm interested in that one as well.
What is that one?
It's
a nighttime.
It's in March.
8-mile trek.
Yeah, it's night vision or white light.
Yeah.
I assume Mason will do it. I'm pretty interested in it. Those guys at Cedar Creek are pretty awesome, so I'd like to go support that. And then we are on the wait list for the Heartbreak.
yeah, I was remember what that was. Yeah.
Yeah, so the Heartbreak, it filled up in like 90 seconds, or maybe less.
I think less.
Seconds,
I think
right?
less.
That's wild.
So we should be pretty high up the wait list. Maybe we'll get in, but it's like 2 weeks after the recon.
Oh, is it?
So it's pretty tight, but it's not that far. It's in Kentucky, so hopefully we can do that one, and then we'd like to do some like team stuff. We talked about doing a tactical sniper or something together.
Yeah.
But I've still got the IDPA commitments that we've got for 2026, and
I've got Proving Grounds on some of those, maybe a couple of the Sniper series, basically all the stuff through Proving Grounds, Carolina Shooters Group, the Proving Grounds and the Sniper series. I'm going to try to do the ones that are back in Georgia that are back to back. I think that'd be fun.
Yeah, we're going to shoot Cedar Creek Precision 2-gun. It's every other month.
We'll probably do it every other month too.
They do every other month. They do a 2-gun match. It's really great. It's like 4 hours from us, and then
that's
in
Kentucky,
between
okay.
months they do long range. It's not PRS. It's like a tactical. So anyway, I think that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna shoot at least 2 of the long range matches this year, so we qualify for the finale. We're gonna shoot the 2 gun matches at Cedar Creek, and then, of course, we do all of this stuff in the wintertime when the 2 gun stuff gets hot and the IDPA and the USPSA slows down.
Yeah, and then every year we ask, well, why don't we do this when it's a little warmer outside?
Couple of reasons. One, there's not as many matches for 2 gun in the summer, and it's also a lot more expensive, right? So we go from shooting a quarter a shot pistol to 50 cents to
a dollar a shot. And if it's
rifle.
long range,
But it's more fun.
more
So-
than that.
It is way more fun.
It is a lot more fun.
But we try to shoot more than like 1 or 2 matches a month. Like we shoot every weekend. Right?
Every weekend, sometimes twice a weekend.
Yeah,
it's
and
a
through
lot.
the week.
I don't. Not me. These guys.
So just to make things like worth, like something we can afford to do, this stuff slows down. But we're going to try to keep it up this year. I'm willing to back off a little bit of the pistol stuff.
Yeah, same.
To do the 2 gun more. I'm moving up to intermediate in the proving grounds. So I'll be wearing
Staying
plate
slick?
carrier.
I'm staying slick.
So James is going to stay slick at least till he
least a
wins
week.
the match. I
Yeah.
suspect Mason is also going to go to intermediate. He did pretty well, and I got a slickster, and you have a slickster on order.
Yep.
So it's super comfortable to where it doesn't really affect me when we're training at your place. So I'm not too overly concerned, but I'm very glad I chose slick for the first.
It'll be sometimes you'll get into a weird position. Maybe it'll be kind of. There'll just be times I think you'll notice it, but as you use it more and often, you either learn how to deal with that. Like you'll come in and say, okay, I need to do this, or if it happens, you just move around it and adapt, overcome.
Yeah. But I think that's it. I think that wraps up the Proving Grounds National Championship for 2025.
If y'all do like this content though, let us know.
Yeah.
It's a cool concept, right? Of like all sitting down here just talking about it.
Right, and I think for people who maybe are watching this, they maybe didn't watch the whole 6 hours that we talked, but like maybe like, hey, I'm thinking about doing a Proving Grounds, and they kind of hear about some of the stages and hear people that are brand new to it talking.
none of
Somebody's
this out
been in it. It can help people, I think, into the sport, and I think that's important. I have one coming for I'm doing it by myself. It's kind of weird, but for the sniper challenge, to think. I realize how many people do not do that long range stuff, and I'm new to it. I've done 2 matches. They're both the tactical games ones, so it's which is not lifting. There's no lifting
count,
in that
but
one.
yeah.
But just like, hey, like, oh, that seems doable. And I think when people realize that what we're doing is that we're not talking about doing this crazy stuff.
I'll be honest, going straight up into it the week of, Lauren said, oh, there's no rope climbs. I look it up, 2 weeks before, and I'm like, wait, this guy just did.
I said
like
sometimes.
three different
Sometimes
stages
there's-
had a rope climb. Like, what is going on?
They've
here?
never had. They've always been one stage.
So I was pretty worried going into it, but once I got into it, it wasn't terrible. It was tough, but it wasn't.
And I think
bad.
starting off, especially like in slick or even intermediate, actually, I guess anywhere you start, if there's always a way. If you can't do a specific, implement or whatever, you can just skip it.
Yeah.
You'll take a time penalty. Sometimes, what tactical games used to do, and for them for elite, they can't skip anything, but they'll give you a buy around or whatever. Like, so instead of doing the rope, you have to do 10 burpees.
10 burpees, yeah.
So I don't know if Proving
I'd
Grounds
rather be
will
able to
switch to
climb the
that
rope.
instead of the penalty, because a minute penalty was tough.
Yeah.
It changed the outcome of the match.
I think
Right.
a minute penalty is fair though. Like, it
no, I
changes
do.
the outcome of the
But
match.
how long
but
did
you
it take
can't-
us to climb the rope twice? Probably
30 seconds.
30 to 40 seconds.
Yeah, 30
right?
to 40 seconds.
So
But I think it should kill. I think it should, if you can't, and this is coming from the guy that's not climbing a rope anytime soon, I think it should kill your chances of winning, because somebody can't come into there knowing that that's an expectation, game it, and just skip it and then win it because they skip it. Like, it's got to be a penalty that hurts. I think 60 seconds is fair.
I think we're skipping something. Yeah, we're skipping something completely. Yeah, and like I said, if you can't do it, that sucks. The penalty, but
Yeah.
yeah,
you don't want to make it too little of a penalty.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, overall, like, it was a good weekend. It's fun.
Yeah,
I'm glad
it's a
you
great
guys came.
yeah,
Yeah. Thanks for the
Glad
invite.
yeah. It was cool.
we all
It was pretty cool to take
all went home
home
with hardware.
all the hardware.
You have to
know,
put that
from-
picture in there.
Yeah, it's in there.
Yeah.
So yeah. Well, I think that'll wrap
That's
it up.
it.
I think let's go drink some beer.
Yeah. Beer time.
All right. Thanks for watching.
Yep.
See ya.
See it.